Alright, so as promised, here's the next video that I was telling you guys about. Today, we're going to be talking about rattling antlers. Alright, so thanks for tuning in. If you are a subscriber of mine, special thanks to all of you. So let's get right into it. So I have had success with rattling antlers, whether it be real antlers or the bag. A lot more success in deer with this. But what you're not going to want to do, and it's really about timing on this. This needs to be during the rut, right at towards the end of pre-rut. And to know this stuff, you've got to be in the woods, or you've just got to really do a lot of research on your specific areas. So I use these as a last resort for the most part. I take them with me during that special time, pretty much any day. Where the month starts with an N, I'll take them with me. Some people have success with them even in October. It all depends on where you live. So, again, just like with the grunt calls, you want to be beatable. You want to sound like a couple young bucks fighting. You don't want to be in there clashing, just banging. I'm not doing it because I don't want one of these things to chip and hit me in the eye right now. But, and I cut the brow tines off, so you always do that so you can mash your fingers up. But you want to be believable. The thing is, if you're going to do this, it will bring in deer. That's one fact about this. I have successfully brought in deer with rattling antlers multiple times. Never a big deer, usually year and a half olds. But just tickle the antlers a little bit. It ain't got to be no big, long, drawn-out show. You know what I mean? Nothing. Just kind of lock them together and just like if you picture two bucks standing on the ground pushing into each other. I mean, they're not doing this. They're not doing that. It's going to be more of a lock-in and one shakes his head trying to get free. So it's a different sound versus this, versus locking in and shaking them a little bit. I use that as last resort. Say, for me, go hunting, that morning hour where everything is positive and you're going to see a deer and you're going to kill the biggest deer in your life. Well, that time passes, that 10:30 range, that's when I like to bring out the old antlers. Maybe hit them first thing at light, just a little bit, real lightly. And it doesn't really scare. I've watched does react to it when my dad was rattling antlers, probably a couple hundred yards from me, and I had a doe in front of me. He'd rattle, they'd stop what they were doing, listen, and they would go the opposite way. Because that time of the year, if you're using the antlers at the right time, a doe doesn't want nothing to do with a buck, more than likely. So, rattling antlers are a great idea. Great idea. But, this is my advice to you. Don't go in at them like this. Don't go crazy with them. I'm trying to stop shaking the table. Don't go crazy with them. Go in, use them as a last resort, or just tickle them every hour. This is how I use them. If I was going to rattle antlers in the stand right now, here's what I would do. First, you look around. Make your look around slow. A slow sweep. Look around. Then I'm going to go. And I always do this standing up, so I'm in my most ready position, especially if I got my compound bow, which you haven't seen me do a lot of. But I'll probably do a couple of those this year because my confidence is building in my camera abilities. Then you can even hit your tree a little bit that you're on. Scratch the tree if you're hunting on the ground. Hit the ground. Stomp your feet. Make it sound believable. That's the biggest thing. Just because you take antlers in the woods, it's not about just bashing them. And deer thinking, I'm going to go check that out. It's got to be believable. I prefer real antlers. These rattling bags aren't bad. I've had these for a couple years and never had a deer come into it, to be honest with you. But you want to do them the same way. They're a lot more convenient. Let's start out with that. They're a lot more convenient to put in your bag than these wretched things. I usually hang them on my little arm, my bow arm. Sticks off the tree. I screw that in with our tape. Compound bow, crossbow, anything, because I just hang my packet stuff on there. So this is going to be the same way. You're not going to go, it's not a non-stop scenario. You're going to go firm pressure. When you use a bag, I recommend firm pressure, not just light. You know what I'm saying? Hit them and then grind them hard. Anyway, an example. They do sound pretty authentic. They're a little bit higher pitched, like a more dried out antler. These have been dried out for several years. A green antler might even work better, but a more dense sound, a more firm sound would be more believable than just tickling some antlers together. If you want to use rattling antlers, go ahead and do it. Be cautious. They do work. They will pull in deer. They don't seem to run doe out of there blowing. They will probably avoid the area. So when you choose to use rattling antlers, more than likely if you see anything, it's going to be a buck. Unless it's a doe that comes through running from where she thought you were and you just happen to be in a different spot. Well, alright. Well, thanks for watching as always. Go ahead and subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this, or if you want to see any more of my other videos. I've got several playlists. Deer hunting, catfishing, brim fishing. So check those videos out if you have not. Special thank you to all my subscribers. I'll see you on the next one.